some seats in this race?
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I think there'll be a good field of candidates. Our hope is not only have I won 3 times since 2010, but Republicans in the Assembly and the Senate and the legislature as a whole have gained seats in the 2010, 2012, and 2014 elections. I think largely because our results, the things that we've done and worked. We've cut taxes $4.5 billion in the last 5 years. Property and income taxes are lower today than when we first started. Our schools are doing well. ACT scores second best in the country as far as last year's graduating class, third highest graduation levels in the country. You look in other areas where the Pew Foundation said we had the 4th best, meaning the 4th lowest overall outstanding debt issues from pension and OPEB and other issues out there. Our finances are in good shape, and the state as a whole is going well. In fact, we have more than 3 million people working for the first time ever in our state's history this year. Unemployment's well below the national level. The labor force participation rate's far higher. And so I think if candidates talk about not only that record, talk about what comes next, how do we continue to make our state better, whether it's in education, worker training, economic development, and otherwise, we'll do well.
Last week I wrote a story, interviewed Senator Weingart and a few other GOP legislators about Act 156. And was their feeling that while the letter of the law may have been followed with regard to a Wheatland sex offender case, that maybe the intent of the law may have not been brought to light? Do you have an opinion about whether changes are needed for Act 156?
Certainly look at it, although the danger you get with the courts is when you have those cases, because I was in the legislature when we did that, is you want to make sure that you can hold individuals as long as you can, but at some point the courts have made it clear that there isn't some sort of placement out there, the whole law could get thrown out, and the difficulty of that is we have no supervision whatsoever. In some of the recent cases we've had, as we do in this case, someone who isn't obligated to be followed under the law but voluntarily was willing to do so. And obviously I prefer in any instance that there be a spot available that would have no resistance whatsoever and no concerns raised. The challenge is where do you find a place like that? And certainly I think from the standpoint of communities, the best thing, not only the Department of Health Services, but similarly with the Department of Corrections, we can get is help and assistance trying to find appropriate places for people, because as you can imagine, for people renting and selling, it's often very difficult to find a place like that. So we take the issue very seriously. We expect the department to continue to look for ways to improve that, but we ultimately have to follow the law, particularly when the court orders it, even if we don't necessarily agree with the final outcome.
2 more questions. Alrighty. Good. Thank you very much.
Good. Thanks.